So when I got the job offer from Vallejo, I was working on the ambulance. I was sitting next to my partner. I looked and saw the email. I mean, honestly, I jumped out the rig and I was jumping. I was excited. My partner told me to calm down and listen to the radio because we might be getting a call. So that's kind of, it was in the moment, and I had to kind of cool my emotions because we then got dispatched to a call. But I was ecstatic. Had to read it like 3 or 4 times, make sure it was real, and that it wasn't saying that I didn't get the job. So I was beyond excited.
In the car with my family, my wife and my 2 kids, we were going to do some errands, and I got the phone call from HR saying that I had a conditional offer. I was super excited. My daughter was she got naturally excited and thought we were going to get ice cream. So we had to stop and get ice cream and kind of celebrated by getting ice cream.
I was actually working on the ambulance that day. I was with Medic Ambulance, and we happened to finally have some downtime where in between calls. And my phone was ringing. I looked at it, didn't answer it, didn't recognize it, but I ended up having a message left, and I listened to the voicemail, and it was HR regarding saying that congratulations, and give her a call back as soon as you can. I couldn't believe it, honestly. I didn't think it was real, but I called her. She said, "Hey, is this Juan?" I was like, "Yes, this is me." She's like, "Congratulations, you're a new member of the Vallejo Fire Department," and so on and so forth. And honestly, I was speechless. I was at a loss for words because that's something I really wanted, something I knew I wanted for a long time.
In the first week of the academy, obviously I was trying to get to know my fellow classmates, academy mates. Everything was new, so that was something for me that is a challenge because we're in a new situation we're not comfortable necessarily in, but we definitely knew that we had to kind of band together, and we kind of clicked initially right on the bat. Only 3 of us.
The first week of the academy, I was lost. I didn't know what to expect, but yeah, overall I was excited, thrilled to be there, but still kind of lost. Since it's the first time meeting instructors or meeting your classmates, your fellow academy mates, it's you're trying to fill everything out, and I within a few hours, I'd say we clicked, and we knew that we had something special between us, amongst us, and the academy was going to be fun.
So the first week of the academy was definitely, I was very nervous. The night before we started, I didn't sleep at all. My wife could tell that I just was tossing and turning in bed, and then going in, Chief Fenzel at the time kind of knew we were definitely going to be nervous and excited, so he was able to kind of corral us and help us through that transition. And then after we hit day 1, we started flowing, and that whole first week just kind of seems like a blur now.
Honestly, was hose week was one of my favorite parts, as well as ladders, because it's a lot of hands-on. It's a lot of doing manipulative skills. They'll put you in a situation, ask you to throw a ladder at this window for for a rescue, for example. So it's a lot of thinking on your feet, things that we've read in the book, but we hadn't had a chance to put our hands on, and especially like with hose as well. That was a big part, to be able to get the hands on, and then you pull a hose a certain way, or you think you're going to pull this type of cross lay, and it ends up not working out, and so it's a learning experience. So I think that was one of the biggest things for me, is that I remember a lot of the learning experiences that I had, and I wouldn't have got that unless I had that hands on. So that's been one of my favorite parts of the academy.
Would have been the auto extrication days. We learned some new techniques and some different tools for some auto X stuff, so I'd have to say that was top day so far.
My favorite part's evac. Getting a chance to drive those vehicles around and see what some of our vehicles can do. Going fast, turning corners, seeing how the brake systems actually work, the ABS system, and getting to have trust in your reaction time as well as your vehicle's capabilities. And then towards the end of the evac day, we also had a chance to play on their skid pad, which is a smooth concrete surface, basically just hydroplaning all over the place.
I think the most challenging part of the academy is gaining some of the information that these experienced individuals are sharing with us. It's been tough. I had a pretty limited fire experience background, and so a lot of the information they're presenting to us is stuff that they've gained from a lot of experience, and I didn't have that background knowledge, I guess I should say, that a lot of maybe the other guys had. So that was something that I struggled with initially, just trying to make sure I understood, spending time studying, you know, when I got home and off duty and stuff like that. So that was a big thing for me.
Vallejo Fire was always one of my top choices. One of the things that I found in myself during my career was that I wanted to be an aggressive firefighter. So with that, I tried to find the places where I knew had an aggressive mentality. With that, Vallejo was definitely on my top list of departments I wanted to work for. So when I had the first opportunity to come here and apply, I jumped all over it, and I spent a pretty good amount of my time preparing for the process, and it paid off, and now I have my career job at one of the top departments I've always wanted to work for.
It had a pivotal impact on who I am as a person, who I am as a man. I feel like that's something I want to give back to the community. So once I found out about the Vallejo Explorer program, I joined that, and that's when I got to actually see the department. And once I got exposed to them, I fell in love. I guess it was like a moth to a flame. I was interested, I was intrigued, and I was in awe of how the department operated as a whole. Each member, each division, they're a family, and that's something I aspire to be a part of. I know at home I have my own family, and we all take care of each other in situations that arise, and that's what I seen in the Vallejo Fire Department is a family that takes care of one another and help the citizens of Vallejo, because in actuality the citizens of Vallejo are extended part of who developed me as a man.
I think first and foremost, I thank my mom and dad. They're big parts of my life, and so they definitely supported me in making this decision to go pursue the fire service as a career. My girlfriend Brittany, more than supportive of everything I wanted to do. I made a career change kind of right when we were trying to think about moving out and kind of starting our own kind of mini family, and so she's been there for me through the ups and downs, through the successes and the failures, and I know she'll always be by my side with that too, so definitely thankful for that.
I think my biggest supporter through this all is my wife, Tia Potter. Without her, I for sure would not be able to be here. She's at home with my kids, Rhea, who's 2.5, my son Ronan, who's just about a year now. Without her support, like I said, I would not be where I am today. With my family, my dad, Kevin Potter, my brother Dylan, they've helped me through my career.
First off, I'd like to be thanking my mom, Carla. First and foremost, she had me at a young age, single parent, raising me to the best of her abilities, and I want to prove to her that, all you sacrifice is for a reason. You had a child at a young age and sacrificed, and here's the product of it is somebody successful, somebody worth sacrificing for, and I want to show you that I've sacrificed a lot for you as well. Secondly, I'd like to thank my sister, Lourdes. She's also been dealt a tough hand in her life, and I want to show her too that, hey, things are possible if you just put your head down, keep your eyes forward, and keep trucking along, and things will eventually get better. So hopefully I can be that image for her. And lastly, I'd like to thank my girlfriend, Jessica. We've been together for 8 years now, and again, she's just like the other women in my life. She's strong, solid foundation, and knows how to push me forward. And without her, I wouldn't be here as well. So those 3 women right there, everything in the world to me. My mom, Carla, my sister, Lourdes, and my girlfriend, Jessica. I love you guys, and thank you, straight from the heart.